Juniper went out to be out in the quiet evening air while all of the kind of loud, boisterous, half-drunken halflings were in the bar. Omenda and Ophalon kind of set up uh, their spaces in the bar for that evening, and Ewan went for a walk down by the lake shore that then turned into a little bit of a walk around the coat or the around the village. And on his way around the village, Ewan espied something not great. A litany, a small group of red-capped goblin gnome-like individuals that were making a mighty clunking sound as they were attempting to sneak into this village. Seeing them all disperse and one of them head up into a building and then hearing a scream, Ewan, in the form of a weasel, ran up into the, or a stoat. It was a small mustelid of some kind.
Yeah.
Ran up the creature's pants, bit him on the leg, and then immediately turned into his large self, standing between him and the poor halfling woman who had been giving a mighty slice from a wicked-looking sickle blade. And that is where we left off. So, just making sure we're all good on recordings, everything's ready to go. Perfect. Kyle takes another bite of his dinner.
What's Kyle eating?
Chicken and rice. All right. So, for the moment, Ewan, I need you to roll initiative for me.
Ewan is gonna do that. Oh, I have a bet. That's very fun. The number is high, and it is 22.
It is high.
Sorry, I'm really high. Took a couple extra hits.
You're good, bud.
While we waited. Anyhow, there's you said one occupant to this house?
There is so it is you, the red cap, a halfling woman, and you hear from another room now with the screaming. You hear from another side room. You hear a baby crying in a bassinet in another room.
Okay. What Ewan is gonna do? He's gonna, after growing up through this fucker's pants, he's just gonna look down at him, and I'm gonna bring my foot up as hard as I can and kick him in the balls.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and make an unarmed attack for me.
Oh, you are liking to currently die. That is 24.
24 to hit?
Yeah.
Yes, that hits.
This poor red cap's balls.
6 points of damage.
Okay.
And reflexes kick in, and I'm going to, because you always punch twice after you kick. And I'm gonna use my bonus action and a key point to Flurry of Blows, and just punch him twice.
Go for it.
Does a 20 hit?
Yep.
And again a 20.
Yep, both hit.
So that's 10 points of damage for the second one, and another 10 points of damage for the third one.
Okay. I'm sorry, what was the last one for damage?
10 as well.
10. Got
I rolled max.
it. This red cat looks pretty rough. After being bitten, kicked in the balls, and then punched 3 times.
Yeah,
No,
just
twice.
immediately punches him straight forward, and then another one like low to the body.
Yeah. Not looking great. Is that the end of your turn, Ewan?
I'm going to just taunt him as I back up. I don't care if he makes an opportunity attack. Come on, you little fucker.
Okay.
And then just crack my knuckles, and I'm gonna back up out of the house a little bit.
Feel free to move your token as
Oh,
far
yeah, I
back
can
as
just do
you
that.
are wanting to.
I'll just scoot like right here. I don't want to be too far in case
He
doesn't
is
take
going to
bait.
take an attack of opportunity at you.
Come on.
Whoopsies. That dice is gone.
Die disappeared. It disappeared.
It misses with its opportunity attack, and you scarper out of its way. At the end of your turn, Kyra, we will get to you in a moment. At the end of your turn, humiliated and filled with a renewed bloodlust, this creature looks at you, and its eyes begin to kind of glow red, and it's going to sprint with surprising speed towards you out the door, jump, and attempt to double kick you in the chest with its iron feet.
What a little prick.
Miss.
You need to make a dexterity saving throw.
True member of the Foot Clan over here.
Dexterity saving throw.
DC 15, dexterity saving throw.
Muted. Ewan's feeling great, and he rolled a 24.
Yeah. He runs, he kicks out. You manage to, you don't so much avoid it as you like take one extra step back so his feet like make contact, but it's severely limited. It's not where he was expecting to hit you at. You are not knocked prone. The creature lands on its hand, turns around, and is going to take one strike out at you with its wicked sickle.
So wait.
Does a 25 hit?
Oh, yeah, super duper.
You are going
Yeah.
to take 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
At the end of the round, Kyra, as you are coming up and around a corner, a couple of shroomy prizes gathered in your hands. You look up just in time. You heard like a scream kind of off and to the left. You turn and you look, and you watch as Ewan comes like quickly backing up out of a house. You see this small red-capped creature run out and attempt to do a full double kick into his chest, fail, but then spin around and slice Ewan right across the chest with a sickle. Go ahead and roll initiative for me, Kyra.
What the shit are you getting into now?
What the fuck is your problem?
What are you doing? That's a 20. And I'm gonna pull my bow off of my back, and actually I'm gonna take the little. How many mushrooms did I get?
We can talk about that in a minute. We are at the top of the initiative again.
Okay.
You will be after Ewan.
Okay.
However,
I'm gonna put them somewhere safe. Is what I was gonna say.
Yes. Yeah. You've got a handful of stuff. You can tuck it away. Juniper. Around this time, from your little bench that you were sitting on with your viol and your cat, you also hear a small scream. You turn and you look, and you think you see Ewan like back a ways along the road. But even stranger than that, you see a bunch of little red hats that are just kind of low to the ground that are scuttling about. You can go ahead and roll initiative for me as well.
Alright. That's a 5.
5 in the initiative for Juniper.
Ouch.
All right. top of the initiative. Ewan, it's your go.
Right. I don't suppose I see those little fuckers down behind me, do I? Like, I noticed them
Perception
earlier,
check.
but things have changed since then. Ooh, not super high. My bonus. Oh god. I wasn't on that page. I was on the map. 13.
13. You start to kind of like scour the area, trying to figure out where the rest of these creatures are, and you know that they went further in towards kind of the main area of the town. But as you're turned, this thing takes another swipe at you with the scythe, and you just barely miss it. It's trying to keep your full attention at the moment.
I'll give it to ya. And I'll pull the quarterstaff off of my back, and I'll take another swipe at this creature.
Absolutely.
And as I do so, I will use my bonus action and use my phase step and teleport behind him, because why not? Keep him on his toes a little.
Did it just Omila mode this guy?
A little bit. It takes 2 points of lightning damage as he zips through space. And we roll a juicy 24.
Which that definitely hits. Go ahead and roll that damage.
It takes oh my head. 6 points of bludgeoning damage. Magical. If that makes a difference. Yeah. And that's my turn.
Okay. Kyra, that's your go.
Cool. Let me update my initiative tracker. I am gonna do a little sneaky snake. I'm gonna come out from around this corner, and just, survey the situation. This red cap that Ewan's up against is looking pretty bad, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run right out here. And I'm gonna just do a quick look around.
Go
I
ahead and
roll-
make a perception
yeah.
check.
18. 19. It's plus 4.
19, you see that more of these creatures are heading further into town. Closest to you, these two are attempting to break into the windows of this building here. These two over here, you're not entirely sure what they're doing, but it looks like they are like stealing crops from the little garden by the hut.
Okay, I am going to... I'm gonna give it a shot, I guess. I'm going to take a shot at the one that's up against the building. And I'm going to try and do an ensnaring strike.
Let's go.
I'm gonna pray.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sarah.
27 to hit.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
And that is, I need him to make a strength save. Or,
Strength
yeah.
saves. Pretty decent.
I really hope he's not. Please, no.
Please
No,
fail.
no. Please
That's
fail.
going to be a 21 on his save.
Fuck you. Well,
But he is
I'm
gonna
gonna,
take some damage.
yeah, I'm still gonna make him favorite foe.
Okay.
We can bonk him.
Huh?
Don't ignore me. Go ahead.
15 points of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
All right. Anything else for your turn, Kyra?
Can I duck onto the other side of this wall
Sure. Are you
and
wanting
do a little
to, like-
sneaky sneak?
Yeah. I don't think you have any actions left to hide.
Oh right, I'm not a Gloomstalker yet. Never mind.
You're also just not the rogue. That is totally fine, but you can like break a little bit of line of sight on
Yeah.
the one you just shot at.
Yeah.
You run up there. That is going to bring us to the red caps go. The red cap that Ewan is fighting is not going to bother with trying to kick you down anymore, and instead is just going to make 3 vicious slashes at you with the sickle.
Thanks.
8 does not hit. Natural 20 for the second strike.
I'm gonna use lucky on the second strike.
Okay.
No, thank you.
It's no longer a crit, but it is still going to hit. 18 plus 6.
I'll take that.
And another natural 20.
God damn. Fair enough.
Yeah. So you and
Oof.
you are going to take let's see. Up. I know how to do math. I went to college.
I don't know how to do math, and I definitely also went to college.
No,
Uh,
no.
You're going to take 27 points of slashing damage.
A lot.
As this thing takes the sickle and carves you up and down.
Devastating.
It is the red cap doesn't look good. It looks pretty beat up. It looks excited by that. It's kind of going into a blood frenzy, it seems. At the end, so that's that red caps go. The rest of them are going to be shitty little guys.
No.
This one is going to run around the corner towards Kyra. And Kyra, I need you to go ahead and make for me a dexterity saving throw.
I'm good at those. $24.
That succeeds as it runs around the corner. This one doesn't have a sickle. It actually has like a really long like bung mallet kind of a situation with a big heavy stone on it, and it uses it as a ballast to swing around the corner and try to clock you with its shoes. It misses and it just collides with the side of the building. You hear somebody inside the building go, "What the hell?" But it misses you. It turns and it's going to make 1 slice at you with the sickle.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna hit. Does a 13 hit?
No.
All right. Misses with its sickle strike. That's that one's turn. And then the bee is going to do this and kind of run out into this space. 5, 10, 15. What is the speed on these guys? That's what I thought. It's going to run out here. It's going to look over, and it's going to see Juniper sitting on a little bench, and it's going to use the rest of its movement to run. Juniper, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay. You said a saving throw? Hello?
Yes, dexterity saving throw.
Okay, 14.
14 just succeeds. As this thing comes and it also has a sickle, and it does this same maneuver where it jumps at you and pushes both of its feet forward, and you manage to just kind of slide yourself up and off the bench just in time before it clocks you. It turns around and it's going to make a strike at you with the sickle as well.
Gross.
That is going to be a 24 to hit.
Ouch.
You're going to take 9 points of slashing damage.
Alright. Okay.
These two, this one's going to run up there. This one's going to run over here, take its metal shoes, and burst through the door of this house and fuck off inside. At about this point, where's my...
These little fuckers, these little bastards are assholes.
Correct. You're very correct. Oh, this is awesome. On the token browser, it shows me automatically tokens I can use for all of your familiars and stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I should have my familiar out still, right?
I also should have Tarn out with me.
You are correct. I will give you guys your... There's a moss kitten. There's a Taran. And there is a shadow hair somewhere over there.
It's so
By
little.
Ewan. It is very small.
She is quite tiny.
Okay. At the end of the round, Captain Gawain Flowers, who is kind of standing outside the front of the inn, looks out, sees Juniper like dodge and then take a slice from a sickle, and says, "To arms! To arms! Red caps!" Ophalon and Omenda, you both hear this call, and you may both add yourselves to the initiative. Go ahead and roll initiative for me.
Alright. Come on, baby.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Dirt 20.
Dirt Twant.
11.
11 for Ophalon.
Uh,
I am pretty sure I know the answer to this, but Kyra, what is your dexterity?
It's a 20.
And Omenda, what is your dexterity?
Let me see really quick. 18.
18. Okay. So we will do that accordingly. There's that. And then I'm going to add Captain Flowers to the initiative.
Captain Flowers.
Love him.
Correct.
Love a flower
I
boy
know
every now
his
and then.
weakness, everyone.
Bitches.
It's aspirin.
And... Oh, hey! He's a good guard. Proud of you, buddy. He gets a +1. That's him taken care of. Okay. Back to the top of the initiative, and Ewan.
All right. I'm gonna. That hurt a lot. It hurt quite a bit. I'm gonna use my.
Was me getting attacked my turn?
What? No. So, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, I did miss you at the end of the initiative. That's my bad. It is your turn before we end the round.
Whoops.
I just started adding people.
Sometimes
I
you
just
get to
started
reference.
adding.
Let's see.
Red cap.
Well then, I think I need some distance. Does Misty Step cause opportunity attacks?
It does not.
Use that mug.
Ooh, that's a bonus action. So I'm a cast a Misty Step.
Okay.
That is up to 30 feet.
Yep, so that can be 6 squares in any direction. Up to 6 squares in any direction, including
then-
on top of buildings.
Okay. Okay. What's the roof of the inn made of?
The roof of the inn is more like actual eaves, whereas the roof of like these residential buildings is like thatch.
Okay. Juniper is gonna jump up here.
Okay.
And
Don't forget about your mouse kitten.
right. I will have to think about what to do for example. Alright, Juniper is going to where? Gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
Hell yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast.
Roll to hit.
That's a nat 20.
Hell
Hey,
yeah, dude.
we love to see it. Roll the
Hell
dice
yeah.
and either roll double damage dice or roll normal damage dice and double it, whichever you would like to do.
Double it or give it to the next person.
Yeah.
More dice.
Hell yeah, son.
That's the wrong dice. I need a D10.
Damn.
D10.
Yes.
Seven, 12 damage.
12 damage. Alright.
And then would it be Bramble's turn after mine?
Um,
Does Bramble roll
hold on
on
2
initiative?
seconds.
Oh, an initiative.
Hmm?
I think it's your same
roll.
initiative thing.
Bramble gets to roll on its own.
Oh?
Those are the base rules. at least.
My general rule, just to keep things concise, is familiars and animal companions and stuff just go directly after your turn. So let me just make a quick check on.
It's a cat. Woogie woogie woogie.
Boogie woogie woogie. Yeah.
It
so
is a cat.
your
It's a cat.
moss kitten has its own initiative. For the purpose of this, we're just going to consider it to be directly after your turn. That way, I don't have to add more stuff to the initiative tracker. It will obey your commands, and because you are a warlock, it can technically take the attack action if you would like it to.
It's probably going to show up next to me and then cast Verdant Blessing.
Okay.
For Forest Shroud.
Remind me what that does.
Creature's AC increased by 1.
There you go.
So 17 for my armor class for the purposes of this fight.
Very respectable for a caster.
Very
Right.
respectable. And Bramble is just going to run over to you.
Yes? I don't think Bramble can teleport, but I don't know.
Yeah. She barely gets to you, but she does get to you.
Wow.
She can touch you and cast Verdant Blessing. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep, that's all I got.
Alright. Now we're back to the top of the initiative order. Ewan.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to teleport again. Use my other face step for the day. And teleport up onto this roof. Behind or above Kyra.
Mm-hmm.
And as Ewan lands, I'm going to use my action to cast Storm Knife. And Ewan, silently as he lands, pulls the stormy energy that burst out when he has teleported for the last week or so, and grips at a piece of it and just hurls it at that red cap across the way.
Go for it.
Nice.
Fucking gonna kill this thing.
Get it.
24.
It definitely hits.
Yeah. So it takes a D10 and it needs to make a dex save. It takes 7 points of piercing damage.
Points of piercing damage. And it gets a 9 on its dexterity saving throw.
Absolutely. So it takes 6 points of cold damage, or not cold, lightning damage.
Did you reflavor Ice Knife?
Ice
Is
knife?
that what
Yes,
you've
I
done?
did. I should relabel it too.
For the future, we should probably talk about that. But
We did.
I don't remember talking about that at all.
Dude,
How long's it been like that? Is this the first time you've ever cast that spell?
oh yeah, I haven't had spells for very long, to be fair.
Yeah. No, I
Um,
truly don't remember having this conversation. I have no problem with it. I just truly
Okay.
don't remember having a conversation at all.
Fair enough.
But
tracks.
let's see. It took. What was the extra damage it took?
6.
6. Yeah, you send out this. What does your storm knife look like? Is it like a bolt of lightning? What? How does it appear?
Essentially, he just kind of like grips at the energy, and it probably manifests as like a small, like javelin-esque sized thing,
Sure.
and he just hurls it.
Yeah. Let me see here. It is going to. You're going to take it out with that ice knife, or with that storm knife. So you toss this bolt, and it like sends this jolting electricity up with it. And as it like is charred, and you see its little like bristly mustache like like poof out, and it stands there like fried, and it just says, and it just falls over dead onto the ground.
All right, now
Sweet.
I'm just gonna back up and bleed out a little bit on this roof for a second.
You got it.
I will command my familiar to keep an eye on Kyra.
Okay.
So I think she's gonna scuttle out into this bush here and hide.
You got it.
Stealth.
Um,
Terrible. It's a natural one.
There's a rabbit in that bush. At the end of Ewan and the Shadow Hare's turn, before we get to Kyra, Captain Gawain Flowers rolled a 21 on his initiative. He is going to lower his spear and charge at this red cap.
Hell yeah.
because he's just a cool guy. He's going to make 2 spear attacks. Just hits on the first. Hits on the second. So it's gonna take some damage. Boop. As he runs up and jabs at it twice, and Juniper, from up on the roof there, you watch as Captain Gawain like runs up, and he wields this spear like expertly, and he just takes 2 jabs at this little creature and like pierces it in both shoulder blades, or in both shoulders, and then the creature like looks up at him and just and like takes the blood and begins to smear it, or its own blood, and begins to smear it all over its face. At the end of the Captain of the Guard's turn, now it is Kyra's turn.
I am going to... How is the red cap in front of me looking?
Fine.
Oh. Boo.
Ooh.
I'm going to, grip my bow by the end of it and whack him.
Go ahead and do a little schmacking.
Hit him in the head.
Go away! $28.
Definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
And I'd like to hex him as my bonus action.
Yes, you can do that.
Cool. So that gives me...
Please try to do that before you attack people. But you're good.
Okay, 18 points of damage.
18 points of damage.
18 points of Ralph DiMaggio.
That one's looking pretty rough at this point.
And I'm gonna, whistle to Taran
Okay.
to, hop up onto the roof and
Okay.
go and grab Ewan and take him closer to the, inn.
Okay. Ewan, there is a Fey Hound suddenly beside you, panting and just looking at you expectantly.
I get on the hound. That's not the kind of dog you say no to. Not with
It's a
14
big,
hit points.
it's a big pupper.
He has a speed of 50 feet.
Mhm.
He was able to, let's see, he was there, so 5, 10, 15, 20. So between the two of you, he can get him and Ewan to about there for now.
Cool.
Amazing.
Safe spot, skate spot.
The end of Kyra and Taran's go. Oh, Menda E. Hector.
Alrighty.
You are inside the inn, and you have just heard a cry of "Red Caps, to arms, to arms!"
Alrighty. So first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna move 10 feet out of the building.
Absolutely.
And then I wanted to ask, I know that there are red caps over here in this house up in the north. Can Ominda see that like there's some action going on in there or no?
Does Omenda have dark vision?
Let me see. No.
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay. Oh damn, that was almost good, but it's bad. So I rolled a 5 on the die, +5 for a 10.
At the moment, Omenda, what you see is Captain Flowers and one red cap, and then in the distance, you're pretty sure you see Ewan and a large dog on a roof.
Okay, that's kind of why I had 2 plans for my turn, just in case I didn't see him. So I'm gonna use my standing leap to jump 25 feet to right over here. This is literally 25. I counted it out earlier.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna use I need to go to the page again. Actions. I'm gonna pull my crossbow out, aim it at that red cap, and in the process of the jump, I dipped the thing in my grung poison, and I get sneak attack, I believe.
You do get, if you hit, you do get sneak attack because he's Captain Flowers is right there. So
Yeah. So I got the grung poison and the sneak attack, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna roll to hit on that. What is that? 14?
14 just hits.
Oh, thank the Lord. I was gonna be so sad. So that's 1d6 plus 4 regular. Oh, that's kind of ass. That's 5, and then that's plus 2, 4 for the ground poison. 4, 8, and then that's 5 plus 8. Puts me at 13. And sneak attack plus 2, 15 damage. And he has to make a Constitution saving throw to take that 2d4 damage. The poison damage.
He's gonna fail that. Go ahead and roll 2d4.
I already did in the thing. I was gonna subtract.
Oh, got it. Then yeah, he failed, so he took that damage.
Sweet, that's 15 total.
Yeah, that red cap is also looking pretty balls, pretty bad right now.
Alrighty, and then I still have a bonus action. And I'm gonna go ahead. I see Kyra over here, don't I?
What was your perception check earlier?
Dirt at 10. My passive though is like 15.
Yeah, it's the only problem is it's dark. I think at the moment you just hear a scuffle over in that direction, but I'm not sure you actually see Kyra over there at the moment.
Okay, but I definitely see Ewan, so I'm gonna go ahead and give him my bonus action of Bardic Inspiration to D6.
Okay.
And that's it for me.
Thanks, my guy.
Wunderbar. At the end of Omenda's turn, it is the Red Caps go. Red Cap A is dead. Red Cap B is fighting Kyra and just got bonked real hard, and as such is going to take its big old hammer and take 2 big double-handed swings at you. The first one is going to be a...
I did hex his strength, by the way.
Okay. If he makes a strength check, I will let you know. That is going to be a... It's a 14 on the first one to hit. And
Does not hit.
the second one is a 21 to hit.
That does hit, yes.
Okay. You're going to take... let's see, it's 2d6. One extra roll. Man, that was some ass rolls. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage from this hammer as it just smashes it down into your foot.
Ah, shite! Fuck! Damn it!
And
You little paste waffle.
It looks up at you and it grins, and you see it like licks up the blood from its head wound from where you cracked it upside the head. That one's done. The one that is fighting Captain Flowers is gonna just take a bunch of swipes at him. Miss. Hit. Miss. Captain Flowers is going to take 9 points of damage and is looking rough. He is a town guard. He takes one big hit from this sickle, and you Juniper and Omenda, since you're the ones that are there that can kind of see what's going on, you see, like, as Captain Flowers has gone up and taken 2 good stabs with his spear, he gets this thing, it gets excited that it's bleeding, and it takes a bunch of swipes. He deflects one with his shield. The second one, the red cap wraps it around the back of his leg and just cuts the back of his knee. And then he swings it around again and it manages to deflect the other one with his spear. But he is bleeding heavily out of the back of his leg at the moment. The other 2 little boys, one of them is going to continue to do something in this house. Everybody hears more muffled screaming from inside that place. This red cap is going to run, let's see, he was here, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Kind of bursting through this bush here. And he is going to take this little knife that he has, dig it into his own arm, rip down, and take a big old glob of blood out of his arm and huck it at the red cap that is fighting Captain Flowers. It is going to hit that red cap, and that red cap looks like it's doing a little bit better after a weird blood transfusion.
All right. I thought I was gonna get attacked.
It does not. It didn't know you were there until after it did its thing. So.
Oh, that's true.
That red cap that Captain Flowers is fighting looks better, but is still looking pretty rough. It healed almost max though, so. That is the end of the red caps go, which is going to bring us to Ophalon. You're muted, my man.
So I am. That's a good thing I haven't said anything. Before, just now. Let's see. So where I'm still in the building. So, let's see. Are you? How big are these spaces?
5 feet.
5 feet. So that's 5, 10, 30. And moving diagonally counts as.
It's all the same.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So then.
That's why hexes work better, but.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then from here, would I be able to hit the red cap?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I'm gonna rush out, just full speed, and go straight for the red cap, attacking poor Captain Flowers.
You got it. Go ahead and roll to hit.
That's a 16 plus 5 for a 21.
That hits. Roll damage.
That's 2. And 6 plus 3 for 9.
9 points of damage. Okay.
And then... way too early for an action surge. I think And then let's see. So from where I'm at, I can see Omenda.
Yep.
I can't see Kyra quite. Can I see Ewan up on the roof?
Easily. There is a massive dog up there with him.
Fair enough. And Omenda and Ewan both look relatively okay.
Ewan looks pretty roughed up.
All right.
I'm unhurt.
Fair. I will do my thing. I will call out to you and, hey man, looks like you could use some help. Bardic inspiration.
Damn. Can I have 2 bardics?
You have
One
2
from Omenda.
bards.
Yeah. They are different bards.
They are different bards. I'm going to rule that you can have bardic inspiration from 2 sources, but you can only use 1 on any given roll.
Fair enough. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Also, if either of these 2 have taken the magical inspiration thing from Tasha's, you can also add that bardic inspiration to any healing that is done. Magical healing that is done.
Oh my. Have you guys done that?
I don't think I don't know what that is.
I think Omenda
It
did.
has. Okay.
I did.
Very pog.
Is that the end of your turn, Ewan? Or is that the end of your turn, the
Ophalon.
Ophalon?
Yes.
Alrighty. At the end of Ophalon's go, Juniper. That's your turn.
Whoop, whoop. Okay. How far away is the red cap Ophalon is in front of?
5, 10, 15. So each square is 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20. About 30-ish feet.
Okay. And the one in front of Amanda? About 40?
Yeah, 35, 40, somewhere in there.
Is the one over in the house or on top of the roof?
In the house. All you guys have just been hearing is some muffled screaming from over there.
Okay. Juniper is gonna cast Eldritch Blast,
Okay,
targeting the red cap in front of Ophalon.
you got it. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oof. Nope. That's a 10.
A 10 does not hit.
I didn't think so. Okay. And then she's gonna use 2 sorcery points and do it again.
Okay.
That's a 17.
17 does hit. You can go ahead and roll damage.
That is 14.
14 damage? Oh, to hit.
No,
No. 14
Damage.
damage?
9 plus 5. Or did I do my math wrong?
Do you have agonizing blast?
Yes.
You have agonizing blast? Damn.
Devastating.
You just rolled low on that other one.
I did.
Yeah, you blast out. That red cap is knocked back with that second, lands on its back, and kind of sits there in a daze, and you just hear it as it literally dissolves into blood that sinks into the ground, leaving only a red cap left.
These things suck.
Alright, these things are creepy. Juniper's just gonna stay put.
Okay. End of Juniper's turn. That's going to bring us to the top of the initiative. Ewan.
All right. I am gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself because I have
Valid.
taken a lot of damage. And I'm gonna use Omenda's Inspiration on this one
Got
to
it.
add a little extra d6. I rolled 6 and for 14. Hey, that doubled my hit point.
It did double your hit points.
Let's go.
Well done.
And then I have a question about the because I have a ring that lets me cast jump as a bonus action.
Mm.
Does that am I still constrained by the typical cannot cast 2-leveled spells? Because it is technically at will. It's the only reason I don't know if that makes a difference or not. Off the top of my head. If it does, that's fine. I'm just curious.
For this, normally the rule is that would count as 2-leveled spells. Because at will just means in terms of like actions that or spell slots that it takes you to use it. So unfortunately, you cannot cast jump from
That makes
the
sense.
same turn. Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Then I will do a fat nothing with my bonus action, but I will tell my familiar to go help Kyra. As it's clear that some shit's going down a little bit. So it's just going to scoot over to her and provide the help action.
Wonderful. Kyra, on your turn, which is coming up shortly, you get advantage on one attack, or I think it can also help you with an ability check should you choose to make it. But only once on your turn. At the end of Ewan's go, back to dear old Captain Flowers. Whoops. Captain Flowers turns around and looks up at the roof where he sees Juniper, and he says, "Nice shot, that. Mind my head next time, please. Nearly skimmed me ear." He's going to turn around. He's not going to charge the red cap in the bush. He's going to throw his spear. That's going to be.
Hell yeah, skewer it.
He will once again just barely hit. And it's going to take a little bit more damage. Or just a little bit of damage, I suppose. As the spear grazes it, kind of pinning it into the ground there. Captain Flowers is then going to take a bonus action, grab a small vial of red liquid and slurp it down real quick. And he is going to regain some HP and then look a lot better. That is the end of Gawain's turn.
You already look better, dude.
Yo.
That's your goal.
Okay, I'm gonna you're just pissing me off, and I'm gonna hold the bow in front of me, like horizontal, and pull the string back as far as it can go, and just snap it at him and cast Thunderclap.
Ooh. That's a good way of doing that cantrip. I love that.
And that's gonna push him from me too.
Okay. I think there's a con save for that.
Yeah.
Lay down.
The con save's 14.
He is going to pass the con save.
Well, he takes 4 points of damage. Pussy.
does not, unfortunately. Because it is a cantrip. If he succeeds, he does not. Nothing happens to him. But what does happen is a blast of thunderous sound is heard, and now, if there was anybody in town that didn't know what was happening, now people do know. As a blast of thunder goes from where Kyra is at.
Tarn is gonna make sure Ewan is secure by shoving his nose under like his stomach and whatnot, pushing him back up on his back, and hop down and take him to Juniper.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He can get just below Juniper, still on the ground, not on the roof, but he's over in that direction.
Cool. And he's gonna let him down real gent-like.
Okay.
Real gentle like.
At the end of your turn, Kyra?
And then he's Tarn is gonna just stand at attention, waiting for his next command.
Oh, Menda, that's your go.
Alrighty, so on Amenda's turn, he sees this red cat next to him, I assuming, right?
Oh yeah, it just bursts out of the bush and threw a glob of blood at the other one.
He's gonna turn to it, and I said, how tall is the red cat?
About the same height as you.
Oh, okay.
A little smaller, more on the kind of size of like a gnome, between 2.5, 3.5 feet.
Amenda's gonna just like lean into his ear, and he's gonna say, I suggest you should leave. And he's gonna cast suggestion on him. So you just leave the area. Just get out of here.
Got it.
Just make a wisdom saving throw.
Does the spell say anything that he has advantage if you're fighting him?
No, it just says that I can't make him like stab himself.
Okay.
Like afterwards, like if they're still in the area or whatever, and like they get hit, I think that's when that happens.
Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be. I lost the encounter. Where did it go? What kind of save was it? Wisdom?
Yes, indeedy.
Oh, they're super wise.
Damn. Roll bad.
10.
He failed.
Okay, you have suggested to this creature that it leave. Which it will endeavor to do on its next turn.
And then I am just going to after that use my movement to, because now I hear the noise coming from the house. I'm going to move into the house. So what is it, 5, 10, 20? I can get up in there, like all up in there if I needed to.
Does a 23 hit you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you are going to take 9 points of slashing damage as you walk away from this creature.
That's fine. And that's gonna be my turn. That's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Okay. Inside of the building, Omenda, what you see is a not deceased, but an unconscious halfling man on the ground, like bleeding out. You see a halfling woman in the corner, like with a child, like maybe between 4 and 5 years old, like clutched against, and they're just up in the corner. And you see the red cap is there, and it's like looking at them, but it's also looking over towards what you see as their food storage. And it's like it's trying to make a decision, and then when you come wandering in, it just turns and looks at you. And you said that was the end of your turn?
Yes.
All right. That's going to bring us to the red caps. Red cap. That one is going to take 3 strikes at Kyra. That misses. That misses. I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 3.
Never
so
punished.
All 3 are going to miss. That's that one's full turn. The next one has been told to leave. That spell lasts for 8 hours. The red cap, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50 is just going to take off running down the road.
I love that.
Then the red cap that is in the red cap that is in the building with you, Omenda, is going to run at you and attempt to double kick you with its iron shoes. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
All right. Hmm. I don't want to drop my Reese's candy.
Not the Reese's candy.
Oh no.
Dex save. I'm pretty good at those.
Go lay down.
16.
16 saves. You are not knocked prone. This creature attempts to kick you. You manage to just kind of dodge out of the way. It lands, spins around. It's going to take 1 slash at you.
Would I be able to use my reaction to grab him?
Do you have any reactions that allow you to attempt to grapple?
No.
Okay, then no. It's going to take a slash at you with its sickle. It's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
You are going to take 9 points of damage, and I need you to make a con saving throw to see if you maintain concentration on suggestion. You just got to beat a 10.
I think, let me double check. Does it also have to make a saving throw against my poison skin when it hits me?
I think, does it have to do that if it's hitting you with a weapon?
It says grapples or comes in direct contact with your skin.
Yeah, it's hitting you with a weapon at the moment. So.
Okay. Oh, was it con save you said?
Yep.
Oh, it's not that great, so I'm gonna use my inspiration that you gave me from earlier to roll again.
Got it.
Smart. Tight.
Much better. 19.
19.
I rolled a
19,
3 last time.
You are going to maintain concentration on suggestion. Okay. Let's see. That is the end of that one's turn. Shoop, shoop, shoop. At the end of the red caps goes, that's going to be Ophalon.
Alright, so Captain Flowers is safe. I'm assuming I can't see the one that Omenda's currently wrangling with.
That one's inside a building. You definitely hear a commotion in there.
Is it only the door on the left-hand side?
There's a door like in the L part of the house.
So like right here.
Yeah, there's a door in there, and then there's a door on the other side by the road.
Okay. Okay. Let's see here. Five, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. so we'll be able to hit it. So let's see here. Five, 35. Would I be able to just jump the fence to get up to like here?
Yeah, you can get in. I mean, it's this whole town is halfling sized.
That's fair.
You can step over the
So,
back.
so it's a minor hurdle.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I'll head into the building and give Ominda some backup
Got it.
and take a swing at that red cap.
All right. I'm gonna roll to hit.
I'm coming, dude. That's a 24.
24 hits. Roll damage.
Yeah, max damage 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
11 damage. Whack.
How's it looking?
It looks pretty okay for the moment.
Okay, so then... God, I can't wait until I get extra attack. I guess that'll be my turn.
Okay. The end of Ophalon's turn. It is Juniper's go.
Oh. I have line of sight on the one in front of Kyra, right?
You. It's pretty far. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. You're looking at about 60 feet, and though you do have dark vision, that is still not night vision. So you definitely know something's going on over there. I don't know if you particularly know that that's Kyra having a fight in the corner over there.
Okay.
You could go investigate.
Mm. Let's see. Well, I guess I'm misty stepping again. That's 30 feet. So, Juniper's gonna leave Bramble where he is,
Okay.
and gonna teleport here. Can I
Okay.
see from here?
From here? There, absolutely.
Cool. Eldritch Blast. That is a dirty 20.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Nine.
9 points of damage. That one's looking pretty bad. Has a big shit-eating grin on its face, though.
Gross. Yeah, that's the end of Juniper's turn.
All right, Ewan, that's your go.
All right. Ewan is going to utilize his connection with his familiar and touching Kyra through the familiar, cast Cure Wounds.
Absolutely, you can do that.
Kyra, you gain 9 hit points.
A quick little gift, sugar.
Quick little gift. As a like crackling green energy starts to like knit the wound on your foot closed.
Ah. Oh. I'll like pet the hair gently.
And I think the guys have the house covered. I think I'll just use my movement. 40 feet. Yeah. Fuck it. I'll use my last key point and my bonus action to dash.
Okay,
Just get right up on this thing.
got it.
And that'll be my turn.
Dash over there. Captain
The
Flowers.
hair will keep doing its thing.
Understood. Captain Flowers is going to. Oops. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Just kind of run up and make sure that that other red cap is actually fully leaving the village. At
Perfect.
the end of Captain Flowers' turn, Kyra, that's your go.
Welcome to the party, Ewan. And I'm gonna just fucking bring it down on this fucking red cap's head again.
You have advantage.
Pog.
The hair runs up and like grabs it by the mustache.
28. 28.
That hits.
Uh, 11 points of damage. Oh wait. 16 points of damage. I bonk it real good.
Sorry, how much damage?
16.
You got it. You clobber this thing upside the head again, and you watch as you just cold cock it, and it drops the hammer, and it looks at you, and it says, and it just says, "Oh, that was a good one," and it just falls to the ground, dissolves into blood, and is gone.
Well. Huh.
I guess you didn't need my help.
I guess I didn't. I appreciate it though.
Nice job.
She's gonna wink at him before heading towards the direction of the kid.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 1.
Good.
Screaming.
So, yeah. I think I can get here. And I'll whistle for Tarn to come back to me. Or to head into the house.
Oh god.
1, 2, 3.
You can get in there.
Yeah. Can he take an attack? At the red cap in there?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Scratch on the crack.
He's gonna bite him. And he's a cool dog because he does psychic damage.
He does do it. He does do additional psychic damage. Yeah.
Nice.
And he gets advantage on his attack because pack tactics.
Correct.
It's death.
That is a natural 20.
Okay.
And that is a D8. Nine. $13. 16 points of damage into this guy's head.
Points of damage. The dog runs in, takes a bite. The red cap, of everything that's gone on, the red cap most concerned about the dog. Very upset about the dog.
And Taran's gonna bark at it.
Roof.
He's like, get off me, get off! And that's the end of Kyra and Taran, which is gonna bring us to Ominda Hector.
So if I move around him but stay within his bubble of attack range or whatever, do I invoke opportunity
As long as
attacks?
you don't, no, as long as you stay within 5 feet of him.
Okay. So I'm gonna go what I assume is between him and the family, like right over here.
Yep.
And like while I do so, the way that Ominda does this is a little different, but I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers as he kind of walks over, and he's just gonna whisper in the red cap's ear that nobody else can hear. This is gonna hurt. You gotta make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw.
Please fucking fail.
Natural 20.
Fuck you.
Which he might have needed. He does truly have a +1 to wisdom.
Can I do a
but you take
silvery
half
barbs on
damage.
that?
Ooh.
Yes, you can in fact do silvery barbs on that.
I'm gonna do silvery barbs on that, and Ominda can have the advantage.
That's gonna make it a 10.
All right, so he fails, and he takes 3d6 psychic damage. I'm gonna have Roll20 roll this for me because I don't want to roll it.
Okay.
He takes 12 psychic damage.
12 psychic damage. And I believe he has to immediately use his reaction to run his full speed away from you.
Yeah, that's why I also went over here so you can go
so
out
he
the way
will-
that I came in.
5, 10. Taran and Ophalon are both going to get attacks of opportunity.
Who gets to go first?
You can just both roll.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It's 21.
That hits.
It's a 22.
That hits.
Ominda is a true pirate.
1.
He's using his Conqueror's hockey.
8 damage.
Okay.
24 damage.
Jesus Christ.
Shit.
It really is gonna hurt.
Ophalon and Taran, how do you want to do this? As this creature, out of the side of its eye, as it watches Ominda walk around it, and you all see, Ominda's mouth, move a little bit, but you don't hear anything, and you just see deep fear enter this thing's eyes, and it just books it for the door.
I'm gonna take a swipe and get it right in the leg as it runs by me.
Sure.
And Taran's gonna take that moment to grab onto its neck and just snap it with its jaw.
The neck snaps, it's a gruesome cracking sound, and once again, that soft little as immediately it just dissolves into blood. The hat falls to the ground, but you see that it too begins to dissolve into the ground.
I'm gonna give Taran a little bit of jerky. Good boy.
Happy dog.
Ominda's just fixing his coat. He's like,
That red cap is dead. That red cap is running off into the wilderness alone. We are effectively out of combat.
I'm gonna whistle for my dog to come back to me.
he's gonna tell stories about what I did to his friends.
Oh, look at you, smothered in blood. What a good boy. Come here, boy.
Let's see. Let's go back to...
Can I cast a healing word on the unconscious halfling so he doesn't die?
You absolutely can do that. And good deal, too, because, man, I was making death saves for him.
what,
He was
1d4
not
plus
doing
4?
great.
Juniper walks back over to where she
8
was
health
up
back
on the
for that
roof
bad.
and holds out her arms for Bramble to jump into.
Bramble. Whoopsies.
Amanda's gonna turn to the family and be like, "Well, I guess y'all are safe now."
They look at you. They say, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." Oh, and they just start. You know, the wife is just in hysterics. The halfling husband, he looks at you. He says, "Thank you so much. I try." And you see he has like truly a little woodcutter hatchet next to him. He's like, I tried. I did my best, but he got the better of me. Things are beginning to calm down. You see Captain Flowers begins to return. He says, he sees you, Omenda, coming out of that house, and he says, I don't know what you did to that one, but he's fucking running, man. Like, he's gone. He just, whew.
Trust me, it's
And
better
yeah.
you don't know.
All of you are just kind of you see these spaces where these red caps were killed, and pretty much nothing left. Everything, including the hat, has just kind of dissolved into the ground. Yes, Kyra.
What do I know about red caps?
You can make a nature or actually, yeah, this one's a nature check.
May I also make a nature check?
Yes.
I was.
That's just an 18.
18. Don't say just an 18 like 18 isn't good.
Oh, sorry, I
rolled an
just
8.
I just hit
God
it.
damn.
I
Hold on,
just
I have
hit
a
my
bardic.
pin.
You do have a
That's
bardic.
a 12.
A 12 for Ewan. Ewan, unfortunately, you have never seen these creatures before. They were truly shitty little guys. Kyra, you know that redcaps are shitty little guys. They are fae. They are they're not like goblins, which originally are like corrupted forms of fae. Redcaps are true fae, but they tend to come into existence in like blood-soaked battlefields. And the whole purpose of a redcap is they are driven to kill things, because if the hat that is on their head is not soaked with blood, they cease to exist. So they are in constant search of new blood to soak their hat in, so that they can continue to exist. And while they exist, they tend to plunder and pillage. One thing that you do know with an 18 is redcaps tend to be solitary, and they usually tend to attack like lone travelers on the road. Occasionally, they will form little bands, and always in odd numbers. No one's sure about why that's the case, but it is rare to see more than one red cap at a time, and this was 5 of them. It's even rarer to see larger groups, although groups as large as like 9 have been reported before. And other than that, they are surprisingly dexterous and quick, despite the fact that they wear metal shoes. And they're tremendously strong. They are incredibly strong creatures. I will also say with an 18 nature check, Kyra, what you do notice as you're kind of inspecting the blood stain that one of these creatures has left, you notice that while the majority of the red cap has dissolved and sunk into the ground, there is one thing that has been left behind. A single tooth just laying there on the ground. And a quick look shows that this is the case for all of them. All of them that died and dissolved into the ground left behind a single tooth.
My teeth.
You have 5 red cat teeth.
I don't know if you're gonna want to hang on to those.
Oh, I'm not gonna hang on to them. I'm gonna throw them at people.
Fair enough, I guess.
Insane.
Based. The best thing to do with little teeth.
You never know if you throw them hard enough, if a red cap will pop out. It'd be funny.
You have a little gathering of red cap teeth. You see Captain Gawain Flowers comes over and looks at you all and says, "Thank you for your assistance with that. I've checked in on the few homes that were broken into, and no one seems too much the worse for wear, thanks to your quick intervention. So very, very thankful for your assistance today, or this evening. Drinks are on me."
Nice.
Well, if
Won't
you're
say
paying,
no to
I'll
a free
definitely run up
brewski.
the tab.
What'd you say, Ophalon?
Won't say no to a free brewski.
Wild. He says, of course. Let's get in there and make sure everybody knows that no one's dead."
I'll join him.
This is impressive. We get a bunch of visitors to the village. We get a little bit of incursion in the night. Then nothing this exciting's happened in years.
Uh-oh. Hopefully we're not bad luck.
Ah, no. It was bound to happen eventually. You never
Yeah, you
can
see-
tell with red caps.
Most of the towns we go to seem to have some bad thing happening to them.
Well, then maybe you are bad luck. In which case, get on that ferry as soon as you can.
We're trying.
Trust me.
I want something hard. Digging around in the unsavory places, but it's not enjoyable.
See, he leads you all back into the tavern. Gets a round of a not like a pint of ale or anything. He just gets like a small glass of whiskey for everybody to partake. Those who want to. Tilts it back. Says thank you once again. It says, "Well, I think that's double guard duty for the night, so I'm gonna head out and do some patrolling, I suppose."
Be safe. If you need help, let us know.
Of course.
But the next time it won't come free.
Oh, Minda.
What? We gotta get paid for our work sometime.
You see,
You just got paid so much money from from King Math. So much money.
Here's the thing about money. You're always wanting more.
I don't think I agree with that.
Neither
Might
do
just be a
I.
Rue situation.
Well, when you're in this business long enough, like me, it kind of tends to be that way.
Did Omenda's balls drop?
Yeah, dude, I changed the voice of it. It's too fucking Larry the Cable Guy. I didn't like it.
That's valid. Okay, I like the deeper voice. It's much better.
I thought that was just his halfling disguise voice.
With the big old frogman. Get her done.
Get her done. See, I don't like new things around here. Yeah, see, I don't like it.
But yeah, you see Lady Rhiannon is still in there. She doesn't seem to have moved very much. She's just looking over at you all, and she says, "Redcaps, eh? Did you grab those teeth off the ground?
Yes.
Good, keep them on you."
For why?
She.
If I throw them, will it make a red cap come out?
No, not at all.
Damn.
But you'll find yourself in the favor of any other red caps you come across, and potentially other Fae type creatures might find you pretty irresistible if you've bested a red cap.
Well, I guess that's not too bad of a situation.
No, not at all. We're talking like like fairies and quicklings and things like that. They like it when the redcaps get their due.
Oh, those little shites deserved it.
Oh, absolutely, they're terrible.
They're absolutely the worst little men I've ever met in my life.
And to think they share some sort of a common ancestor with gnomes. It's
Ugh.
hard to believe, truly.
Enjoy your
They're
round.
just shitty little guys.
The worst, the
Hmm.
shittiest little guys. Well,
I'm
I'm off
in.
to bed.
Sleep well. Hopefully we'll get out of here sooner rather than later.
Of course, of course. If y'all are going to one of those islands tomorrow, just make sure you let me know when you're leaving. I'll be ranging probably tomorrow. While I'm waiting for the ferry the next day, so stay safe. And she will retire to her room. What are the rest of you doing?
I found mushrooms.
Like stew kinds of mushrooms, or like
No
Vision
fun.
Quest kind of mushrooms.
Vision Quest kind of mushrooms.
Oh, y'all are wanting to go on a vision quest today?
Well, I need to dry them out first, but
What's a vision quest?
Well, I could. Oh shit, I can't. I already used it. Fuck.
Do drugs,
Very apt.
meat, something.
Where on earth did you find a
Step
mushroom
3,
around
profit.
here, Kyra?
I will not divulge that information. I'm sorry.
Can
That's
Juniper
pretty-
deduce where she found the mushrooms?
Make a nature check.
That's pretty common amongst those that look for these magic mushrooms, so to speak. They don't like to give away their hoard.
That's an 11.
11. With an 11, Juniper, you know two things. You know that fun mushrooms, as Bronwyn used to call them, she was not a fan. She said to avoid them and stick to medicinal things. But there are two places where fun mushrooms are likely to come from. The rotting, like a rotting tree, or cow poop.
Well, there weren't many trees in the area, so. Juniper just thinks about it for a minute and then she goes, oh.
Don't give away my secrets.
I wasn't planning to.
Hmm.
I won't be having any, but you guys have fun.
Oh, you're barring. Okay, fine.
I can't say I've had any ever.
Ooh, hey, do drugs with us.
I'm always in for a fun time.
Persuade Juniper.
Don't be such a stick in the mud.
Would you say Ominda
Peer
done some
pressure.
magic mushrooms before?
Peer pressure. Peer pressure. Peer pressure.
That Omenda would have done recreational drugs.
As a pirate who was sailing the seas?
Fuck yeah.
Then that, I mean, that's your decision. So yeah, if you think he's done some drugs, he's done some drugs.
Peer pressure.
No,
Peer
seriously,
pressure.
make it-
Peer
contest it.
pressure.
What would it be?
Peer
A contested
pressure.
Persuasion check?
Well, you see,
It would be persuasion versus your.
I can do that.
It would be persuasion versus Juniper's. I would say just a charisma saving throw from Juniper. So here's what we'll do. Whoever is trying to persuade Juniper, roll a a persuasion check first.
I got a +8 to mine.
That's an 8.
I got a +4. Ooh,
We're gonna take whatever one of these is high.
23.
23.
That one's gonna be
It's
high.
that
Probably
one.
9.
Okay, Juniper, make a charisma saving throw. You gotta beat a 23.
You got it. You got a way higher charisma than I do.
Who his do drugs?
Come on.
Come
Do
on.
drugs. Do
on, you wiener.
drugs. Do drugs
You might
with
even discover
us.
something about yourself. You see,
Do
that's
drugs with us, Juniper.
That's a 25, but she respects your attempts.
Silvery
so
barbs.
she'll
No,
do
I'm
it
kidding.
anyway.
Hey, there you go.
Love it.
Well, I have to cure them anyway, so it'll be a minute before we get to use them.
Fair enough.
And I might use them privately to make sure that they're safe first.
Also probably doing.
Just let me know. I could help you dry them out. You see, I just can't do it tonight. I already used my.
I've already put him in a drying tin. It's all good.
Spectacular.
Ooh, haste, use magic to solve all your problems. Boo.
That's not one of those things that you can solve with magic.
I could destroy
I-
the water inside
yeah.
and dry
No,
it
No,
out.
I can also do that, yeah.
But
But you already put
She's
it in
gonna
tin,
take
so
out the
there's no
tin.
worry.
She's gonna take out the tin and she's just gonna hand it to him. Fine, take it.
I was joking, take 'em
No,
back, it's
it's
fine.
no. You want to
Oh,
fix
wait.
everything with magic. Go ahead, fix everything with
It
magic.
was literally a joke, shut up.
No, go ahead, do
Yeah,
it.
I'll make the decision.
I just
can
dink it on her
do
head.
that.
I can't either, I would need to meditate on it.
Yeah.
And he hands it back to her.
My magical item is tapped out, so to speak.
You two annoy the shite out of me.
Oh yeah.
That was kind of the intention.
Well, either way, at some point we can, while we're out in the woods, we can put like rope around each of us and go on a vision quest together.
That sounds spectacular. King of the Dungeons, I have a question for you. Oh, well, not necessarily a question, but Ominda does want to do something tonight. Because a guy approached him about his hat. Is he still in the bar?
Yeah, he is.
I'm trying to think if Ominda would just approach him after the fight, or like wait until he leaves and see where he goes, or something. Hold on. I'll do a flip the other coin. Oh, I lost the coin. He's gonna approach the guy. Then he's gonna be like, "I got a question for you, there, my good sir. What did he look like again? What did the guy look like again?"
Oh man, I don't know. Kind of a rougher looking halfling man. He had we'll say he had like a walrus mustache kind of a thing going
Okay.
on. Kind of graying hair.
Okay. Is he sitting with people or sitting alone?
Yeah, he's got a couple other
Okay.
people at the table with him.
Cool. I won't make you describe them, but
Yeah.
he'll kind of come up and he'll set his hat on the table and he'll be like, "So what have you heard about this here hat?"
See, he looks at you and says, "Well, I was hoping that you'd be able to answer me a couple questions about that, Boyle. You see, well," and he just kind of, he doesn't like grab the hat and like mess
Mhm.
around with it. He just like kind of runs his hand along the feather.
Yeah.
And he says, "But I do know who it belonged to. A mate of mine, Ferd McPherson."
Yeah. Do I know anything about the Feared McPherson guy?
Honestly, no. It's the name, it's the name of the item that I think
Right.
maybe you're just learning now.
Yeah.
You just know it's a feathered hat that lets you change your appearance, but you have to always be wearing a feathered hat when you change your appearance.
Right. Okay.
But actually, go ahead and roll a history check for me.
History check. I'm not necessarily great at those, but I'll roll. Ooh, 16.
16. He mentions the name Feared McPherson, and it's like a lightning bolt in your head. Feared McPherson was a pirate. Pretty well-known pirate. Not around the island, but up and down the coast of Ludenell.
Yeah.
He would raid. He was known to be a dwarven pirate. He operated maybe 20, 25 years ago. And one day he just kind of vanished, and everybody assumed his ship went down in a storm.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely didn't get it off of Mr. Feared McPherson, but I definitely recognize that name. Something nobody knows what happened to him.
Oh, I do. I was on the ship with him when it went down. Mananan was not happy with us that night. No, sure it wasn't. We were just off the coast of the windswept isle. We were getting ready to make our way back over to the mainland, and well, the few of us what survived crawled out of the water and kind of dispersed around the island here, and the rest of the crew we've never seen again. So where'd you find the hat, lad?
Well, you see, I as you might presume, I might lead a life similar to this Mr. Feared McPherson. So I just happened upon it in a hoard of treasure that I found one day. Put it on, and I discovered it can do things.
Omega, go ahead and make a deception check for me.
I'm good at those. That is a 23.
23. You see a look of confusion comes across his face, and he says, I'm not sure how it ended up in a hoard of treasure. He was wearing it when the ship went down, but stranger things, I suppose. That's just good to see it. Bit of memory living on, I suppose.
Have you or your crew ever tried to find the ship?
We've talked about it. There might be some sort of leftovers down below. Maybe even the coat that goes with that cap.
Oh, okay.
But that being said,
Huh.
the windswept coast is not the easiest place to explore.
What with all the
Insane.
wind?
See, he looks you up and down, Omenda, and by taking the hat off, you are in your normal
Yeah.
drung appearance, and he kind of
Yes,
looks
yes.
you up and down and says, and if you live a life similar to our old friend Feared McPherson, and you have that hat, and well, something tells me you know a bit about the Windswept Isle. So,
Yeah, it wouldn't be my first rodeo.
I can give you the best. I can give you the best version of what I think the coordinates were when the ship went down.
If you could, that would be great. And he'll kind of gesture over to whoever holds our map. You know what I mean? Can I see that real quick? And he'll kind of lay it out for the guy.
And we will actually do a little tingamajigger. Where's my map? The yuck.
And Kyle, did you ever tell me how I got the hat?
Yes, last session. You truly found, like, while you were sailing, it was floating in the water, and you just grabbed it up out of the water.
Right. I'll make sure I put that in my notes because I definitely forgot that.
That's totally fine. On the map, as it exists, if you go to the maps channel and go look at our little map, down off of the windswept coast and about where that little cloud is, down in the lower left portion of the map.
Oh, okay. Past that kind of sailboat.
Yeah, that is where the Windswept Isle lies. It's not on the map of the island for the simple fact that most people don't really think of it as a place you can just go to.
Oh, okay.
It's truly is just like a haven for pirates. That's the only people that hang out there.
Hmm.
So it doesn't usually get put onto maps and stuff.
All right, that's actually pretty good.
But he shows you the location where he believes it would have been, which would have been basically just to the slightly to the northeast of that little cloud is where he was. He believes that the ship went.
Oh, okay.
So a ways out from shore on the isle itself.
All right. Well, I appreciate you. I know us old salty dogs, we often don't reach us this old age, so it's good to meet one who made the long haul.
For sure, for sure. And now I make an honest living, and I still get to smell the salt air every day. So, not a bad retirement.
Yeah, well, I'll leave you fellas to it, and he'll put his hat back on. He'll fix it a little bit, and then he'll still in his regular ass ground form, but it'll go back to everybody.
You got it. Anybody else have anything to do tonight? Kyra.
I would like at some point, while everyone is enjoying the free alcohol and whatnot, I will request a bottle of wine from the bar, and I will take it up to my room, and I will go sneak away.
Okay. Kyra goes up to the room that she is sharing with Juniper. Yeah, does anybody else have anything they want to do? It's getting pretty late in the evening. Alrighty.
Aside from slaking his thirst, Ophalon doesn't have too much on his plate.
Alright.
Would it be feasible to assume that Ewan has any leather on him from the hunting he's done? Or at least skin?
You probably have some animal skins, some hide,
Yeah.
yeah.
Ewan is gonna spend his night that he's not resting, like fashioning it into a cord.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and I'm just gonna have you roll for me. We're just gonna have you roll a tools check. So just roll and add wisdom and proficiency.
24.
24. Yeah, I mean, without a hitch, you create exactly what you're trying to make in this instance. Are you trying to go through the process of like making leather tonight, or are you trying to do more with like sinew and like things that you can readily work off of a hide?
I would probably begin the process of tanning it in all reality. Just be like, all right, this has been like preserved. Now I'm gonna get it ready to like actually make into something.
Got it. Yeah, you get that process started. As this night comes to a close, you all make your way eventually to your rooms, headed to sleep, to wake up the next morning and see where your journey is going to take you. We're going to play a tiny bit more tonight, but we're going to take a little break real quick. So everybody try to be back within 5 to 10 minutes if you can.
I'm going to do some notes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Kyle,
Yes.
with regard to my idea there about doing some origin story stuff later in the month of October while Paul is gone, did you want to do a fresh one?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't 100% sure
I
if you
thought-
still wanted to do a brand new one from the top.
Yeah, I mean, the one we did before isn't even the character that I'm playing, so.
That is true. That is a true statement.
Because I still have in my notes on my phone, which is a new phone from the one that I wrote the note on. I still have the whole like backstory stuff for the character.
Fair
I
enough.
have my 2 foundations. So
Good shit. All right.
variant feature. So I basically just need to roll stuff, but then like the choices and things that I need to make, I can pretty much just plug into any character sheet as we go.
Yeah.
So because I have my, like I said, I have my my feature, I have my proficiencies, I have my foundations, I have my where was the other thing? I had my variant feature. So yeah, I have a bunch of stuff all ready to go.
All right. Cool.
And what we can even do too is like, since it's gonna be multiple Mondays that Paul's gone, we can do like me and Jacob one day, and then do Vel and Caitlin on
the
another
other.
day, but everybody can be involved so we can see each other's like awakenings and stuff.
Yeah. That'd be kind of fun. Doing one-on-one sessions with an audience.
Yeah.
Ah.
I volunteer to go first since I've kind of done it before, so that way
That
we
kind of
can
help give
kinda-
everybody
Yeah. Oh. One day when we have a little more time, because I'm not gonna do it while we're doing AR, or at least until AR goes on hiatus for a little while, which won't be for a good long time. But at some point, I'd like to try out that Game of Thrones TTRPG with those of you that actually want to play that.
yeah.
It seems like a fun time. I just like the house building mechanic. It's really cool.
Oh shit. SAG-AFTRA members approved video game strike authorization vote with a 98.32% yes vote.
Yatta!
So that's going to hit Activision, Disney, EA, Epic, Insomniac, Take-Two, and Warner Brothers.
I shall return.
All right. And then it was just me. Piss. Ugh. You fucking creep. Just go sit. Fucking Paul. Hi, B.
It was
Hello.
so funny because I was in complete darkness and I was like, let me just be scary.
Damn, just menacing. He isn't.
Like I was literally over here like this, Jacob. Look, I was like this. Oh, without the light.
Terrifying. Just terrifying.
You're good, you're fine.
You guys ever think about punching red cabs in the dick? That's what it feels like to drive a Ford F-150. This message is brought to you by Amanda E. Hacktar.
Kyle,
Yes.
did we do a long rest?
I mean, you guys are going to bed, so I haven't said take a long rest yet, but we're going to take a long rest soon. Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
Vel Remora forgot to pause for that break. I apologize.
Oh, you did?
Ha 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 ha.
We'll just cut it out in post.
Yeah. 100%. 100%.
Well, if you don't cut it out in post, you will see me do my best scary movie impression.
It was pretty good, admittedly.
That's not the ambience I was looking for.
It's definitely like some country town ambience.
Yeah. Everybody is back. Wunderbar. We are going to continue. What's a fun one here? As everyone heads back to, or heads to bed for the night, you're all gonna get a long rest.
Nice.
As we
Do we lose our Mananan hit points? Or not Mananan, that was the token we got. Dagda hit points?
yes, after that combat, those are going to be gone.
Damn.
I'm so.
It was so nice.
It was. I would have gone down so hard.
What about this one? This seems nice. You all head sleep, or your trance, in the case of the Fae amongst you. And the night goes past pretty uneventful. Except for Juniper. Juniper, you drift to sleep, and since he interceded on your behalf to escape the Court of Whispers quite a few days ago now, back in Dinas Undad, your patron Mordred has not made himself particularly known. He has briefly said a couple little words here and there in the moments before you drifted off to slumber. And so it is, well, I guess we'll ask you, Juniper, as you drift into sleep and find yourself coming to consciousness in a garden of thorns, a familiar garden of thorns. What emotion are you feeling? Is it, are you feeling relief? Are you feeling nervous? How's Juniper feel being back in this place?
Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah. You kind of rise, and you've got that kind of, it's not terrible, but you've got that kind of throbbing pain around your temples again. You just sit up and you look around. You're in this kind of, it's like a hedge maze if it was all thorns. There's a couple of different directions to go. None of them look particularly different from the other.
Is it just me, or is Bramble with me?
It is just you.
Juniper chooses to go off to the right.
Okay. You begin to walk through this space. It's, like I said, it's like a hedge maze, but there's also a canopy of thorns. So it's more like tunnel through the briars that just branch off into random directions. You continue down the right path, taking a couple of twists and turns until eventually you come to a dead end.
pretty sure the thorns have some form of sentience to them. Just gingerly places her hand on the dead end, and then just, where am I supposed to go?
Make a persuasion check, Juniper.
12.
12. That throbbing in your temples gets a bit more. But you feel a connection. Nothing happens from what you're asking, but you feel acknowledgement of your words. And it seems to stem as the headache grows a bit. Like you feel, it's not a thought, but it's like you feel something acknowledge that you're speaking to it.
She starts walking back the other way.
You turn to walk the other way. There is a wall of thorns behind you.
Oh. Shoot. So she's just boxed in right now.
Yeah, you're now in about a 10 foot by 10 foot cube.
She gets a little more anxious and panicky. Jennifer doesn't particularly like enclosed spaces this tight. And then just kind of tries to reach out to Mordred.
Okay. What do you do? How do you say?
It's been a minute since we spoke, and even longer since I've been here. I don't know where to go or what to do.
You reach out and you feel the ring on your finger, the small thorns that are on the inside of it. You feel them just kind of squeeze around your finger slightly tighter than normal before relaxing, and a voice, a familiar voice, speaks. He says, "Give me a moment. I'll be right there." You're still alone in this space, but as you reach out for Mordred, the pain in your head gets to almost an unbearable limit. It's like this. It's like if there was a full. It's like if you had handles on the sides of your temples and somebody was pulling on them, like trying to pull them. Like split your head in two by pulling on it. It's just this kind of agonizing pain, and it's throbbing and more gets more powerful with each throb. And I need you to make an insight check with advantage for me.
$21.
21.
No, not insight, you said, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 21.
21. With a 21, that pain builds and builds, and you hear rustling through the thorns, through the briars around you, and you think you hear something. The tail end of words, and you don't know if those words are in your head or if you're hearing them come from the sound of the rustling in the thorns. You just hear, "Not And as the headache begins to recede, one of the walls is opened, and you see about 100 or so feet away through another row of thorns. You see the familiar throne with a olive skin, dark-haired, beetle black eyes, with the crown of thorns upon his head. Mordred of the Briar, of the Briar throne sits here. Kind of sits at a very relaxed state in his throne, and as you step towards him, you hear that rustling again, and this time it's faint and fading away, but you just hear not safe, not safe, not safe, and it retreats. You see Mordred looking at you. He says, "Well, well, little witch, you've made quite the journey so far, and so much farther to go. And already you're taking detours." You see, he smiles a little bit.
We're waiting to continue after the Court of Whispers.
Oh, you don't have to explain yourself to me, dear. I understand the limitations of the mortal form. Or at least I try to understand. You blink, Juniper, and the room becomes bigger, and you're about 20 feet closer. And he hasn't moved. He's just still kind of sitting there. You see, he twists his hand, and like a goblet of some sort of amber liquid appears, and he takes a big sip out of it and sets it aside, and he says, No, I'm actually very intrigued. You're going to be finding yourself in my neck of the woods very soon. Traveling to those islands is going to put you within the Wilderland. It will make it possible for me to interact a bit more, if you want. I may not be able to travel wherever you're going. I tend to stay, and he gestures around, in my space, but a part of me can go check in on you. Plus, these daughters of Manannan are fun. I haven't gotten to interact with them in quite some time. It will be nice to see them through fresh eyes.
Fun, how do you mean?
Oh, they're a right laugh. Neve is proud and very haughty about her looks. She's got the prettiest golden hair at the summer festival, if you will. Although I wouldn't tell that to maybe a few of the others. King Angus might get jealous. Also Belenus up there with his radiant nonsense. But no, she's quite beautiful and very aware of how beautiful she is. As for her sister Kleena, she is... well, wear earplugs if you go to see her. She can be loud, as can her coterie of assistants.
I'm looking forward to being able to meet you. But I do have a couple of questions.
Perhaps I have a couple of answers.
You seem recognized me when we first met. And when I met the doctor, he said something about a spark. I don't remember what happened to me as a kid.
Of course you don't. You were so young and it was so tragic. We've spoken of this before. I did recognize you because you were here very long ago and I kept you safe for a time before helping you find your way out of this place. The headache starts to come back. Juniper, as he is talking. It's nowhere near as bad as before. You just still kind of feel it throbbing
She
in there.
winces.
Is this... Are you alright?
It's probably nothing. I seem to keep getting headaches.
Well, that could be due to your loss of memory. I do wish I could help you get it back, but I don't have it. So, maybe someone else does. We haven't interacted with any other Archfey, have you?
Not that I'm aware. I mean, I've
Good,
spoken.
because you're mine and I'm loath to share.
Juniper stutters a little. Some of my traveling companions have made quips about the ring that you gave me. Jokes about us being engaged.
He smiles. He says, my dear, the ring is a symbol of a bond. Yes. Not that bond. We're not anything quite so formal as that. No. We are a master and a pupil. I wish to teach you. That is why I wish for you to find me, and that is why I'm so excited for you to meet other teachers along the way. I can teach you much, but there are things that even I don't have province over. You could be quite a powerful little failing if you try. And you have been trying. Don't think I don't see it. You've been asking, you've been looking for others to give you information. It's quite the sight to behold. Although, I would say that while I admire your gumption, the Tuatha De Danann, and you see he kind of like grimaces a bit as he says it, the Dagda and his daughters and the divine artisans and all of them, they're not really going to be able to teach you too much in terms of the magic that you control. Now, you find some Fae, they'll teach you right. In fact, well, I don't know what Neve gets up to these days, but Kleena, the Queen of the Banshees, if you can, convince her not to kill you and your friends with a single scream, she might be able to teach you a thing or two, if you ask nicely. Best not to mention my name in those conversations, though.
I'm asking this out of curiosity. I don't want to upset you by asking this, but I feel like I need to ask. I've heard a few people say that you're the son of the Morrigan.
See, he shifts in his chair a bit. Now he's leaning forward. He's got his hands linked together, and he just rests his chin on top of his fingers. And he looks and he says, "Yes. What about it? We don't choose our mothers. Certainly, you're adamantly familiar with this, right?"
Hmm. Uh, hmm. Juniper's not quite sure what he means.
He looks at you, he narrows his eyes, he says, "Oh, come on. Don't act like I don't see things. I see plenty of things. We both know what your lovely parents did. They abandoned you. They left you with a caretaker. A woman who I'm sure did her best, but could never hope to teach you what you were fully capable of. In the same way that you did not choose a mother who abandoned you, I did not choose my mother."
Juniper just bows her head. I meant no offense. I was just curious.
No offense taken at all. You're curious. That's what I like about you. I like that curiosity. It's going to lead you on some interesting pathways. And all of those pathways lead to me in the end. I'm excited. I've been thinking of lesson plans.
That piques Juniper's interest, and she's trying really hard to not get overly excited by that. But
Oh, I don't know. It sort of depends on what your skill level is by the time you get here. If you've gotten to a certain point, well, we can just start talking about transposition right away. Would you like the ability to travel from one tree into another? No matter how far away in the world that tree is? Would you like the ability to travel from one tree to its spirit in the other world? To its sister in the wilder land? I can teach you those sorts of things. But perhaps transposition isn't for you. Maybe you don't wish to be able to traverse the world quickly and easily. Maybe you're more interested in conjuring things. And you see he waves his hand and a hole opens in the briars, and like a whole swarm of crows just like flies through the room into a hole on the other side and vanishes. You see, he says, leans and looks at you, he says, maybe larger things. Snaps his fingers, and a surging elemental of earth rises up behind his throne and looks down at you both before he waves his hand, and it explodes into sand that just settles onto the ground. Or maybe still, no, that good, pure heart that's in you. And he leans forward and takes one of his long fingers and just kind of points towards your chest, towards your heart. He says, that good heart within you. Maybe you wish to learn more advanced forms of healing. Maybe you would like to learn the ability to bring back those that are important to you. Maybe you could have your lovely hedge witch caretaker back in a new body.
Juniper immediately shakes her head. Drownon wouldn't want that.
You see, he leans back and his smirk kind of goes away a little bit. He's like, but it doesn't really matter what other people want. It matters what you want, Juniper Hawthorne. My little witch. That spark is going to grow and grow, and we are going to feed it together. I'm very excited for your potential, my dear. Very, very excited.
I hope I can get my shadow back soon.
As do I. Because, well, if you join a hive mind of changelings, I can still work with that, although it's a lot more difficult that way. So, I would prefer it if you did go ahead and collect those shadows as quickly as possible. Oh! That reminds me. You see, he leans forward, he says, that's part of the reason why I'm glad you're here tonight. Though you did not... Well, I didn't invite you here, so it looks like you're seeking me out on your own initiative. Proud of you. He leans back, he says, would you like a little peek? A little peek at your quarry? They're only a few days ahead of you.
Yes.
Wonderful. You see, he leans back. The entire space, you watch as the thorns, begin to swirl around until the two of you are in a completely different room, standing in front of a basin that just comes up out of the ground. It's shallow. It is filled with clear water. And Mordred steps forward and says, think of which one of your quarry you are wanting to look in on, and I can make it so.
The Drider.
Yes, Arian the Spider Queen. Wonderful. You see, he takes his hand and he just pokes a fingertip, and the ripples begin to expand outward more and more and more frequently until the ripples themselves are forming an image that solidifies. And you see a elven woman riding a horse. You see a blue-haired, half-elven-looking individual next to her, riding a different horse. And on the back of that, you see a small, red-skinned grung kind of leaned back, and you see the grung is sharpening a dagger, and is also has a bunch of vials of different colored liquids around. But the focus of this vision is on the initial elven woman on a horse, and you see Mordred kind of looks at it. It's like, oh, no, that won't do. Let's see things as they truly are. And he waves his hand again, and the glamour that is up around these beings drop, and you see that the elven woman is the Drider. She's just making herself look like a horse and rider so that she can travel along the road. And you see, she is more than the other two, kind of like paying the most attention and leading them as they travel. You just kind of watch them continue in silence for a bit before you hear one of their voices go, "Aryan, we've got a visitor." And you see the blue-haired face of Nil look directly into this whatever is scrying on them from this pool, and she looks directly into it and says, "Took you long enough to start peeking. Which one of you is it, I wonder?" Did you bring one of the godlings with you? Is that who's doing it? Hello, Caradwin. You fucking cunt. Is that you? She just continues to look. Mordred is, like, grinning as he looks down at it. It's like, "Oh, they're sassy. You're going to have a wonderful time with them." You see Nil continues to look into whatever is scrying here and says, "Well, if you can hear me, we're making pretty good time. We'll see you in the forest, eh? And, you know, wouldn't count on that fairy coming back for you." She just continues to stare into whatever is scrying on her before she raises her hand, snaps her fingers, and the scry is forced to an end.
At that, Juniper just silently starts cussing.
Yeah.
In Sylvan.
Yeah. Now, my dear, no need to get into a tizzy. Hopefully that helped in some way.
Juniper closes her eyes, wrinkles her nose, and then she just gives him a quick side hug and says thank you.
See, he stiffens as you, like he becomes a plant for a moment as you put your arm around him, and he kind of gently reaches his long arm around and just pats your shoulder slightly and says, "Anything to help, my dear. Although, honestly," and he kind of stretches a bit, he says, "This is taking quite a bit out of me to reach out to you here. I think it's best if we go our separate ways for now." You see he waves his hand, and he's back sitting in his throne, and you are back in the space, but maybe a little bit further away, like closer to the door. He says, "Continue your journey, little witch, and if you do find yourself in the Wilderland, be assured I will be paying you a visit in some way, shape, or form. I look forward to meeting your friends for the first time. It could be entertaining."
I look forward to meeting you.
He nods. He picks up his goblet of amber liquid and takes another drink of it. And as you turn to leave, you see a crow flies in and lands on the arm of his throne, and he leans into it like he's listening to it saying something. He just gives a little nod. And as you are walking out, as the vines and thorns begin to curl around you, that headache bursts into your mind again, and you hear a voice, strong, deep, and old. Not safe. And the thorns wrap around you, and you wake up in bed. It is the wee hours of the morning. The sun has appeared on the horizon. Your moss kitten is sleeping contentedly beside you. Kyra is sleeping in a bed on the opposite side of the room with Taran at the foot of her bed.
The minute that she realizes that she is now awake, she jumps up and frantically searches the room for Kyra.
Kyra is in a bed on the other side of the room with a dog at the foot of it.
Cool. Kyra!
Kyra has, I believe, an empty bottle of wine. Just empty next to her bed.
And like there are charcoal drawings around her that are kind of scribbled. And like some pieces of paper are pinned to the wall. And they seem to be some type of something occult of some kind. What time is it?
I don't know. This is important.
So important it couldn't wait until it was at least past dawn.
There's something wrong with the ferry. I don't think it's coming back.
What makes you think that?
Somehow I visited Mordred in my sleep. He scryed them. They realized that they were being scryed, and the Drider lady said something about the ferry, not relying on the ferry coming back.
Well, we can't exactly just trust. We can't exactly just trust everything she says. She's kind of known to be a liar, right?
I will make one small correction. It was Nil, the blue-haired woman, that was able to see the scry.
It was blue-haired lady.
But she's like known to being a con person and whatnot.
She was too smug.
How about this? It's early. Why don't we go back to sleep? And we'll check back in with the boatmaster when we get up. Is that satisfying for you? You're not gonna sleep, are you? Oh. Oh, don't egg her on.
You see, Taran has done that thing that dogs do when they stretch, where they will just fully lay on their side entirely and just stretch his massively long legs out.
Oh yeah. Just shove your whole paws right in my face. That's totally fine. Alright, fine, you damn. I'm awake.
You all begin to come to consciousness in this early morning. There are things to do, there are islands to visit, and there are potentially other ways across the lake that need to be discussed. But we'll deal with that in our next session. It is the end, and you all get to level up.
Let's go!
Hell yeah, my guy.
Let's fucking go. Thanks for the session, Kyle.
Yeah.
Woo! Now the question is what do I want to take?
That's what I've
I'm
been
drawing
saying now for
horrors
your whole
beyond my
career.
imagination.
See what happens if I take.
What'd you say, Jacob?
I said, man, that's what I've been thinking about for that whole dream sequence. What I want to take. There it is.
I love getting to DM for warlocks and clerics. It's my favorite thing.
Oh, yeah, totally not worried about Juniper potentially having her heart removed now, Kyle. Thanks for that.
You're fine. Don't worry about it. When I pop off.
Oh, is the King of the Summer Court an Archfey?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's Angus. You saw him.
Yep.
At,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't remember his name, but like that probably means that Juniper cannot ask him for help about her memories.
Hmm.
Fuck.
You could try.
You could try.
Sure, I could try and potentially piss Mordred off.
Well, he didn't say you couldn't ask anybody else if they had your memories.
That's fair. Also,
these.
cool.
All he said, yeah, all he said really was that if you're looking for somebody to teach you magic, it's probably not going to be the Tuatha De Danann that are going to be able to teach you the best, because they don't
Fair.
do the same type of magic.
Fair.
Oh, I got to roll up.
Where it is, put my pencil. I'm so mad. Oh, here it is.
You're looking more for Tilwith Tag interference on that front, or just other Archfey that aren't part of the Pantheon, because there's a lot.
Well, I rolled a 7.
A 7 on HP.
Oh yeah, let me roll my HP. Let me look at what I'm gonna take.
You took a level in Monk, Jacob.
I did, yeah. I have taken my subclass.
Hmm.
I've taken, yeah, at my 3rd level, I got my subclass.
You got your subclass.
I got them both, guys. Here.
Oh yeah.
Mans is now a Forest Guardian monk.
Gonna do fun things with that.
Including just grow good berries if you want.
Yeah. Grow good berries out of my shoulders.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Because where else would you grow the good berries from, obviously?
Kyra, what are you taking a level in?
Ranger.
Ranger.
I'm gonna take my subclass in Ranger.
Ah, a Gloomstalker it is.
A Gloomstalker it is. I'm gonna be really hard to find.
Yes, you are.
It's gonna be one of those like, ah, yes, Kyra, can you do this? Where did she go?
Yeah.
Where did she
Yeah,
go?
That line, that Gloomstalker trait of being invisible to creatures that rely on dark vision to see in the dark is a pretty potent feature. Now, granted, most people with dark vision still have a tendency to carry torches or little lightning bug lanterns and stuff, because dark vision isn't night vision. It's low light vision, the equivalent of, or dim light vision. So it's still pretty dark seeing with dark vision. But even then, it'll be a fun time. Trabadoo, what are you taking a level in? Okay. You're also muted. But I was able to hear you.
I don't remember muting. God damn it.
I don't
I'm having trouble deciding because I can either start pushing towards 5th for fighter to get extra attack and take
Push
a
to
feat,
5th for fighter to get extra attack. It's, trust me, always go for extra attack first.
or take that 2nd level in bard and get jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades is also good.
That is
I will
true.
say, what did you decide you wanted to do for your split, Travis?
I think I was gonna go with
Now they take.
what was it? Look here. Did I say in Get off the meat wrapper. Did I say in our Facebook chat?
I think you did.
Do you guys want to see these horrors beyond imagination that I drew?
Yeah.
If you drew them, they can't be beyond imagination, but I'd love to see them.
Ooh,
I don't like that.
You
I like
said,
that.
nice.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Love the
The-
shading
the-
in the background there, Paul.
Yeah, it's a shitty big fin squid.
Fighter 11 Bard 9.
That's right.
Yeah, get the 5 right now, and then you can just sit on.
I mean, I
fighter
gotta
5 for
crank in 2 more levels into fighter to get to 5.
Does your
Yeah, do that.
are you getting or if you take a level in fighter, are you getting a subclass right now? Or did you already have a subclass?
No, I got that at 3rd.
Oh, so you would be doing fighter 4 if you took a fighter level right now?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a feat or an ASI. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And
great.
so I was looking at some of the feats. Honestly, the more I reread it, I feel like this feat that I found that I have for Zishin might work better for Ophalon. The counterattacker feat that I found. It kind of works for both of them, to be fair.
Paul, are you taking a level in bard or in rogue?
Rogue
Rogue. What level of rogue is that going to make you?
2.
2. You've got cunning action.
I do.
Which is real useful. Now I don't have to always just give out Bardics on my bonus action. I can also use it to run away if
For
I
real.
need to.
Would you be okay if I took the scathing retort half of counterattacker, Kyle?
If you would like to, I'm totally down for that. Does did you already take Petty for Ophalon?
Yeah, I've got petty.
So, I mean, having options is good. Just remember, don't overload your reaction too much.
True enough.
But if you would like to take that, I'm totally fine with you taking that.
Well, sometimes I'd rather just stab a guy because he missed me rather
Oh,
than
100%.
because the vicious mockery is, ha, you missed them. The
Yes.
scathing retort is, ha, you missed me.
Sure, 100%.
Sucks
yeah.
to be you.
I have no problem with you taking that.
Excellent. Do you recall the specifics on it?
Yeah, you sent it to me at some point.
Okay.
I remember what you told me it did. So
And then if down the road I decide I want to
send me a link to the homebrew page for it on D&D Beyond if there is one. So unless did you find it on D&D Beyond or?
I think I found it on u/Unearthed Arcana.
Okay. If there isn't a version of it already on D&D Beyond, then
I punched one up.
Oh, you did? Then
Yeah.
then I
I
won't
punched
worry about it.
I punched one up already for Zishin.
Okay. Then
So
that's
I've
fine.
al-
It
so I've
should show
I've,
for
already,
you.
I've already got it loaded up on Oath.
No worries.
No, I like that I have a melee and ranged reaction.
Yeah.
Both of which is just Ophalon going pathetic.
Pathetic. Yes.
Just the fucking principal scares.
Yes, Caitlin.
I am torn between taking a level in Sorcerer and another level in Warlock because if I take a level in Sorcerer, I get 2 more sorcery points. I get my Font of Magic finally. But if I take another level in Warlock, I get an ability